Okay, so let's recap by creating a much simpler form if a biped feels way too complicated for you to attempt. We have a number of variations for this midterm assignment based on your skill level coming in to the program. I'm going to create maybe an air dancer as an alternative kind of form. And I'm going to start by maybe creating a cylinder and then creating another cylinder, rotating it for an arm. Scaling it up, turn off these snapping functions. And then maybe here I will duplicate this. Modeling menu set, and I'm going to mirror it. So mirror it over the x-axis in the negative direction. I don't have to combine it with the original, just mirror it. And now my outliner, I have 3 cylinders. I can select all of them and go to my modeling toolkit and combine them. And now what I'll do is I'll use quad draw again. I'll turn this as a live live surface, and I'll start by kind of defining the edges. Let me turn off the grid here. Let's define this particular edge to start. I'm going to go in and hit Shift and start to fill in. Just make some really rough quads here. Maybe as well find a kind of center point. Around the arm. I might delete these. Right, and then I can think about connecting these. Let's meet them in the center by tab and extruding. Make sure that these are connected. Snap them into place here. And I might need to add more edge loops, so I'm going to hit Control. But I would say that this is the beginning of some good flow around the model. Let's do the same on this side. And maybe even here I'm going to also add an edge loop. I think I'll speed this up. Okay, now I'm done. So I'm gonna pull my air dancer out here, and I might go ahead and smooth it. Add a couple more divisions. I got to be in object mode to use that. Okay, and now I have something that I'm able to. I didn't do the top or the bottom here, which is okay. If I want to give some dimension to this, I can select the whole model, select all the faces, and then just extrude just a tiny bit. Okay, and what that will do is that will give the inside some material value as well as the outside. While I'm extruding, I can even really manage the thickness here to be very slight, like 0.02. And now we have just a little tiny bit of thickness if we're going to start to animate this air dancer. So let's also, while we're at it, just finish the whole process here. I'm going to delete this cylinder and all of its properties. I'm going to rename this air dancer. Let's go back to object mode here. I can maybe place the pivot at the very bottom, and then let's move this right so it's flat on the grid at the origin. And now what I'll do is create UVs. So I'll say UV, automatic, and then I can go to my rendering, texture, 3D paint tool, go to my tool settings. Let's choose a red and no file, that's fine. So let's set one. And let's flood this with red, and then maybe, we can draw a face or something like that. Let's turn the brush down. And I might want like a harder brush. I can change the type of brush I'm using. Let's go with a black now. Let's zoom in here. If I'm using a tablet, I'm sure this would be much easier. But I'm going to kind of outline the eye. Do the same thing on this side. And let's put a big old smile. Maybe the brush needs to be bigger. Okay, that's my air dancer. And I can go ahead and let's save the texture. And now I'll add my standard surface and tie in that texture file.